Hello, my name is Micah, and I'm here to tell you a rather specific time of year. As you're all aware, American inflation has been rather tedious when it comes to money wise. And you might say it isn't natural for it to go higher and higher. Well, yes, but ever since the pandemic, it has raised a bit too high in these specific years. And that's why we're going to go what was the problem of this year? Relevance. American inflation since the pandemic of COVID 19. So you see, uh, ever since the pandemic, it has been struggling in money, which is fair because less and less people have been able to buy products to store to home. And you may say, why? Oh, because we were at a time where people did not want to risk getting the COVID 19 and spread it to anyone specific. Unless you're one of those crazy people, then. But that aside, it has been a rather struggling time for the economy to raise money. So years go by, and after the pandemic, the money is raised a bit, which you might say isn't such a big deal, which at first it wasn't. But then another year goes, and the economy went way too high. Like, say for gas prices. You know, the gas prices were very cheap. Yeah, no, they grew each year faster and faster, like faster than each economy year, like every 10 decades. They just straight up went to a year to every 2 years. They raised the money because there was a certain lack of oil. And when it came to groceries, groceries raised to six because they did not have the money for their economy because the pandemic screwed them over in the sense. This goes the same for many stores out there. Like, you remember GameStop, right? A lot of them had to close down because of the pandemic, because of the financial gain of money. And this caused a lot of companies to do American inflation since they need more than the people that outpay their economy. Because, look, okay? So, let's say one guy goes to a store, okay? Pretend his hand was a store, and just doop, doop, sees a product that seems, rather, small, efficient, and supposed to be cheap price, but they check the price and it's just, whoa, way too high, way too high. So it's like, okay, it's something they can't just buy because it's too expensive now because American inflation has been going too high, and that was the cause of it. And you may say maybe they're being greedy, maybe they're being selfish. No, they have to do American inflation because ever since of the pandemic of the COVID 19, they had to spike it up so high, even to the point where my hand is not reaching to your sights. So it's like, what do you do in this sense? Which, sure, you could try to wait and see a sale go on, or have someone work there and get a percent off. But at the same time, we're in a rough shape where even we struggle to handle an economy where we could pay everything when we have bills, uh, rent, or even our family to support. So it creates a problem where it's like, what do you do? Do you buy this? Do you buy that? And it's a very, very risky situation. So what can we do? Well, it's simple. Because at the moment, the government is doing their best to lower it. Although that may not be always the case because they can't do everything. So what we can do is either protest on the matter peacefully, not like crazy mad in their faces. No, we do it by what made us do peaceful protesting. No violence, no nothing, no nothing. Otherwise, that's not how that's gonna go through. Because like we need one person, connect with more, and then they go multiply, 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 and they keep going till it grows to the point where it's a whole peaceful protest. And when we get it all along, we can just finally swoop in and just make a knowledge to our president that this is something we cannot pay because it's getting way too high of a price. Or maybe there's a way we could you can fix it by lowering their prices of how much they should be paying of their economy, or lower the prices. And I understand their economy is very important for money, but we are getting to a point where even we need to keep our money in check. Otherwise, we won't have enough for everything. If we don't have enough for everything, what will we be doing? Because we darn know multiple jobs isn't going to cover everything when we need things for ourselves. So until then, I do hope you can all improve and one day show that maybe a little steep of American inflation prices can go low. Until then, we need you.